Hola clase, bienvenidos a Español 125. Welcome to Spanish 125, Spanish for Healthcare. The first thing we're going to do today in our first lesson, our first online lesson in Canvas, and in this class, is to take a tour of Canvas to see how to navigate our class. And to get back to that, I go like this, and then see if I can find the internet. Here we go. So here is the landing page, the home page for our class. As you can see, it has the title here, and it has a series of buttons that will connect you to the most important things in the course. This is how you get to my Zoom room when you want to come to class. You just click on here, and it takes you right to the Zoom room. And to get back to the home page, you just click back. You'll also have this button takes you to the syllabus, this one to the course calendar, and this will take you to where all your homework assignments that are on the Pearson platform are located. And this is a quick link to my welcome message to you. So, welcome to Spanish 125. Let's get started. The first thing I'd like you to do is to read my welcome announcement. And I'm just going to go over a couple of the important points there. It tells you how to get to Zoom. It gives you some Canvas help for students. If you need more help on learning how to use Canvas, just click here. All the textbook activities are going to be in my Spanish lab. As you saw, there's a link to it on the home page. Syllabus, there's links to the syllabus. You can find it here, and you can also find it on the home page on a couple of the different buttons there to make it super easy to find no matter what. It's really important that everybody come to class, every single class, because we only meet once a week. And since this class is really very interactive, most of the things that you do are going to be in the Zoom room. Everything that I'm creating now is for you to do outside of the class so that we don't have to waste time in class learning what you can do on your own. So that is the so-called asynchronous part of the class, the part that you can do whenever you have time, as long as you get it done before each class session. So there will be due dates everywhere so you can see them really easily. The textbook information, the best thing to do by far is to get the textbook through our bookstore because you get a very deep discount for the book. Just click here and you can get the textbook there. You don't have to buy the actual book, the paper book, if you don't want to. It just depends on what your level of comfort is in class. If you have trouble navigating back and forth between two sets of things because you're going to be in Zoom, but then you're also going to need to be looking at the book. So it might be easier just to buy the book if you can afford it, or if you have financial aid that'll help you get that. You can get that at the same link, and you also get a very good discount on it. I'm going to go over the rest of the details of our class right now because this is the introduction. So if you have any questions, please feel free to email me anytime at this, and I'll try to get back to you within 24 hours. So let's go back to our homepage. And I think we actually covered everything there. No, we didn't. So here's another place to get to the syllabus. Here's another place to get to the course calendar. And here's a place to get to the welcome module, which is your very first module. Let's click on there and see what we find. The first two assignments are getting to know you assignments. And the one is for me to get to know you. That's this one. It has a series of questions for you to answer so that I will know what your needs are for the class. And let's go back to the modules. And the other one is for you to introduce yourself to your classmates. So please make a quick video, which you can do in Canvas or Screencast-O-Matic or on your telephone, doesn't matter, as long as you can load it up onto Canvas. Or if you feel like that's not something you are ready to do yet, then you can just post a picture of yourself and or a picture of something that represents you. If you choose not to show your own picture, you show something that represents you instead, then you need to explain why, like that picture of a tortoise or the picture of a giraffe or a picture of, I don't know, the ocean. Whatever it is that you feel represents you, we need to know why that picture is important to you. You also need to tell us your name and what you'd like to be known by in our class, what you'd like us to call you in our class, what your academic or career goals are, because this is a class for professionals or for students who are preparing to be professionals. So let us know what you are going to be doing with your Spanish. And also, just tell us something fun or important about yourself. It could be your hobby, an experience, somewhere you're dying to travel to when the pandemic is over, and anything you'd like to share with us. And the next step, step 2, is to respond affirmatively to at least 3 classmates about their videos. Now, if you're the first one to post, then you're going to have to wait for other people to post theirs and then get back to them. That is what you have to do to get started. Now, let's go back to our homepage and remember that this is a set of everything you do is through the modules. Maybe I should go to the modules page again one more time and just kind of walk you through those. So there's your welcome module that I told you about, and here's your module for lesson 1. Every lesson is going to tell you what things you need to read for that lesson out of the book. It'll have like a little helpful activity for you, or just some whatever I think will make it easier for you to understand the material. And then also there'll be a Ventana Cultural, which will help you with cultural competency in working with Spanish-speaking patients and their families. So that's how each one is set up, and each module that you hit will just give you a next button at the end, and you just keep on going throughout the course. And it should thread naturally, easily. The other component, of course, to the course is doing the online homework on the platform that we talked about before. So let me get back to the actual material of our first lesson. So I'm going to go to our PowerPoint, and here we are again. We just took our Canvas tour. So next, here is the syllabus that you will get when you click on that syllabus link. It tells you when the class meets and the course number, and explains what the course is for. Then I introduce myself, and this is me hiking on the secret trail behind my cabin in the mountains. I've been kind of hiding out here for the last 5 months or so. But I would like to know more about you. I tell you a little bit about myself. I like to hike. I mostly like to eat and travel and just be silly. But I really like to spend time with family and friends, which, probably like you, don't get to do nearly as many of those things as I'd like to. But I'd like to know what you like to do and what you're looking forward to doing once this pandemic gets under control. What you need for our class. I'd like you to know all the tools you need so that looks like we can't quite see everything. Let's go. Oops. You are going to need to get to the Zoom room. You're going to need to know that we have, I have office hours from 5 to 6 and by appointment. Just let me know if you can't make the normal times. Here's the required tools for the class. You're going to need to get an access code for this book and perhaps buy the book, like I said. It's only $50, which it's normally $120. So I think this is a very good deal. I think it's only $34 for the access code. So let me know if you have any questions about that. Canvas is going to be used throughout the semester, and also you can use Pronto to get in touch with me and other people. It's a chat function, which I think students like nowadays better than doing emails. So please use Pronto so they will keep paying for it. What technology do you need? You need to have either a laptop computer, a desktop computer, a tablet computer. One of those. It's kind of hard to do everything on a phone. So you need to have a webcam and a microphone, and you need to have a reliable internet connection. The other thing is you can't just use your telephone because you were going to be taking exams, and you can't take an exam on your telephone. You need to be able to use Chrome as your browser. Otherwise, some of the things don't have their full functionality. We have some support for students who need access to instructional technology. If you can't afford some of these things, please go here and see if they can't get you some financial help or give you a computer or something that you might need. So we're going to be doing Zooms, video conferencing, as I mentioned, or MyLab, Pronto that I talked about, and Proctorio test proctoring, which is going to require that you have the things above or you won't be able to take our tests. We had like such a bad problem with plagiarism, with cheating on all of our tests last semester because everything was basically open book, and that's just not, it didn't work. People kept cheating. Now, this class is, I'm sure, not going to do that. Speaking of this class, is this the right class for you? If you are preparing to enter the healthcare profession, or if you are already in the healthcare profession and you want to be able to speak Spanish to your patients and their families and feel more comfortable doing that, this class is designed to help you get better at that. And here's how to succeed in our class. First of all, you need to know that in a Zoom room, you have to act the way you would in a face-to-face class. In other words, you and I and everybody else needs to be able to see you. So you need to have your camera turned on. If you have to take a real quick break, BRB, then you can turn off your camera and go take care of whatever you need to do, of course. We're not that crazy, except that it just moved. Let's see what goal. Don't know why this is jumping around. Let's see, there we go. All right. You only get class participation credit if you are actually in the Zoom room with us. Please be respectful and ask yourself, would I be able to do this if I were in a classroom? If the answer is no, then don't do it in the Zoom room, even though you're going to be comfortable at your house, etc. We still need to have classroom norms so that we can learn effectively. 3, you need to be able to use the features of Zoom. It allows you to send chat messages to me and to each other, and it gives you the option of turning off your sound. Please leave it off until it's your turn to talk, just so there isn't too much background noise. Please be engaged and ask me questions all the time. Ask each other all the time, because that's what's going to help you learn. Keep an open mind and believe that you can do everything that needs to be done, and you will be able to do so. Be ready to have fun. Learning a new language and culture is going to be a super fun adventure, and we just need you to participate. Here's my challenge to you. In order to learn to communicate effectively with your patients and their families, you're going to have to practice listening, hearing. Right now, it might seem to you that it's harder to speak than it is to read and to listen.